What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Today I was just looking to do a little condensed recap of kind of the trades I did today and just kind of my thinking behind them, give you guys an idea of how I trade and, hopefully help you guys get into the market and kind of make some on your own. I lucked out today. I made about $2,000 in just over 90 minutes. And yeah, all done within 3 trades and before I even really got the day going. Let's jump into the charts there. Jumping into my first trade there, it was with DNN. DNN is a Canadian mining company focusing in uranium. Just looking at the chart here on the 10-day, you can see it's just been rallying up. It's had the pattern I've been looking for, peaking at the beginning of the day, dropping down through, but, maintaining above the moving average, as you can see. This has been a big contender with me, kind of, keep an eye on this chart, is it's maintained its pattern above the moving average. It's kind of worrying once it dips below, there's nothing really holding it, but it has created a great support for it, and I've been seeing a lot of value in it uptrending. So, I was taking a peek at it today, and it was, it was in my favor. This trade actually was done in the pre-market of it, so it was done between the close around here, right around, $1.48, and, the open here that just rallied straight up. Looking at the chart itself, I could have made a bit more money if I held, but, with stuff like this and using larger percentage of portfolio, it never hurts to lock in profits. But I will jump over actually to Yahoo Finance chart just to give you guys a bit easier on the eyes of seeing the extended hours and take a peek at what I got here. A little tip for you there, if you're new into investing and just looking for a free app that really gets the job done, I totally recommend Yahoo Finance. You can make you make your own portfolio, kind of watch stocks and make an account and everything to see how you do in a paper trading format. It is free, you just need an account, and it's what I use when I'm on the go, honestly. It's the easiest for me. But taking a peek at my first trade there with DNN, I bought in there at 8:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with 9,200 shares, so you're looking at right around down here. My idea behind this was I saw it open up and rally up as it has numerous other days, but at about 8 to 10% in the pre-market, looked super overextended. I had alerts set for it to jump up and jump down, just seeing if there's any big volume swings. As you can see, it was holding position at about 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just crashed. Now, right around this area here, once it hit, the $1.42, $1.41, I saw it as a buy opportunity. I mean, there was a downward wedge here, but I could start to see there's just some volume pushing with it. I didn't believe it, should be pushed down that far. I managed to buy in. I lucked out on this one big time. I bought in at $1.42. And that was right at 8:23. So I mean, you're looking at right before it rallied up. It was a nice buy. I mean, you never had a hole in the red. So bought in here. This was the dream trade for me, honestly. I managed to sell at $1.55 about 30 minutes later. So I rode it up to 155. So you're looking right around this peak here. I ended up selling here. I mean, if I held and knew it was going to spike up throughout the day, it would have held a bit longer. But I managed to do this before the market even opened. I saved myself that little sell-off. I had a fear there. But I mean, nothing to complain about. In the end, with 9,200 shares, going from $1.42 to $1.55 was a 13-cent gain. That by 9,200, you're looking at $1,196 US, or with the conversion rate up north here, $1,519.47. Can't complain with numbers like that for only trading for just over half an hour. Let's jump into the next bad boy. So jumping into the next one here, it's actually a favorite of mine. I've been trading it. I've been trading a ton here in 2021. It's probably been my best company gain-wise for me. It's CNC. So for those who don't know, CNC is the Canadian nickel company. They focus on nickel exploration and have had a really good boost with electric vehicles and nickel being needed for the batteries. But aside from them having strong fundamentals, just looking similar pattern kind of to the other mining company, they've had a massive rally the past few. I actually sold yesterday and rebought in today, so I did miss a bit of the pump first thing in the morning, but I mean, I've been holding since about $2. So this has definitely been, one of the best ones for me so far in 2021. Just looking at the 2-day chart here, you can see it jumps up here. This was probably the only trade I didn't mess up on. I still prospered money, but I should have been a bit smarter with it. As you can see going throughout the day, the first time it went up here, shot up in the morning, it came down, it bounced off the moving average, which I believed was a decent support for it. It's kind of used that support throughout the end of yesterday, so I was thinking that was a good place to base buy-in off of. I watched it, drop down, jump up, and once it hit this moving average again, I should have waited for confirmation a bit longer, but I got greedy. I bought in at $4.13 at 9:51 a.m., right around there. That was with 4,300 shares. So I mean, a good chunk of change there. Now, what hurt me here is the second I bought in, you just see this thing tank down to 393. I mean, at one point here, I think it was down about $800. But I lived through GME and the whole diamond hands holding kind of thing. Sometimes you got to hold through. I did set up some stop losses in case it would drop lower. Just, stop loss always good to have, just in case you are, playing with riskier trades. You can kind of understand your maximum loss and kind of, calculate a gain to loss kind of percentage. But aside from that, I mean, it did start to recover here. I wasn't too worried about it. They just had positive news in the media the other day, so I was just thinking, people were locking in profits. People were getting a little scared of how high it's jumped. I managed to buy in. That was the 413 buy-in at 9:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dropped down here, and coming back up, I actually managed to cash out right around this area here at $4.22 at 10:37 a.m. It wasn't nearly as big as the first trade, but I did manage to lock in $387 Canadian, so definitely nothing to sneeze at. That was that one. I mean, a takeaway from this, as you can see, I mainly relied heavily on the moving average, and although, it is good to base your trades off these indicators, you should never base them off one indicator. And I guess the other thing is, patterns tend to repeat themselves, as you see here, but they don't always have to. As you can see, this did break the pattern when I tried to buy in, but I did have a plan, and I am following a bullish stock. So I kind of had a second plan in case it fell. I wasn't too worried about something like this. I have an idea behind it, and honestly, if you're trading something like this and you have an idea behind it, it's going to give you a lot better chance to make some money off it, knowing kind of patterns, and especially that's in upward direction. But let's jump into the third and final trade there. So my final trade was actually my smallest trade there. It was with VVPR. I was recently trading this stock a lot in 2020 and I guess the beginning of 2021. If you look at the 10-day here, I mean, it did hit highs, 16. Let's just jump back to a month, get a better idea. It was rallying up, kind of the beginning of the year where I was making a ton of money. It rallied all the way up to $21. I mean, you can see how overextended it is on the moving average. But ever since then, it's kind of started to sell off. People started short selling it, some negative news. So it's been a little harder to kind of trade. Just looking at it here, when you start seeing it going down, this is one of the ones you have to be a bit more careful about. As I said with the other two, they were, uptrending a bullish market, a bit easier to play. But it was just kind of, it's a little riskier when they're going down kind of thing. You're kind of catching a fallen knife in a sense. So, there we go. So, just looking at the chart here itself, I mean, you're starting throughout the day and starting to go down and crash. Kind of bounce throughout the day. This was another one that if I decided to hold throughout the day, I could have made more money. But these trades were right around as I was about to go to the gym. I have bad service in my gym. We're in a sub-basement just filled with concrete. So I've lost a whole lot of money not being able to trade or check anything in there, and I'd rather just focus on my workout. So this was just one I kind of want to get in, get out. I bought in with 1,225 shares at 10 a.m. there, right around this window here. And I did luck out in a sense. I bought in 1170 there, so, right around that area. And one of these pops, I believe right here at 1012, I managed to sell at 1179. It's not a whole lot percentage-wise, but with 1,225 shares, I did manage to prosper $110.25 US, or $140.07 Canadian. So, nothing huge, but I could lock out before I even really started my day. And that was my final trade for the day. I could walk away, enjoy the day, and not have to stress about the markets going up and down. Overall, it was a red day in the market anyway, so the fact that you can make this kind of money off these short-term swings is game-changing, really. It's kind of why you see so many people turn towards day trade. So just looking to take a quick recap throughout the day and just kind of put all those trades together. The first one there was DNN there. That was my biggest one for sure. With the Canadian conversion, that was $1,519.47. That was all done within about half an hour of each other there. So, total monster there in the whole trading world. Can't complain. One of those ones that could have made a bit more money, but as I said, I can sleep easy tonight. No, I'm not holding anything overnight with how wishy-washy the markets are going. And, that cash is mine. I can wait for it to settle and take it out and do whatever I want with it. So that was definitely, a big one and really a good way to start the day. Second one there was CNC with the nickel company. The buy-in there was $4.13, sell at $4.22. Not nearly as big as percentage profit-wise. Using a bit more money on the Canadian side there with 4,300 shares. By the time that was said and done there, that was another about half-hour trade, 40-minute trade. Managed to lock in about $387 Canadian, so, you know, living the dream off that one as well. And just looking to close out, trade 3 was with VVPR. Wasn't a whole lot of a trade, kind of saved myself from going through that dip. Could have held for a bit more profit, but as I said, you know, you can never lose if you cash out on a green day kind of thing. The buy-in there was $11.70. The sell was $11.79. That was with 1,225 shares, and by the time you do the conversion with that in the Canadian markets, that was $140.07. So, looking to tally all those together, by the time you put those 3 trades in together, end of day, you know, said and done, all back cash in my account. The final total there was $2,046.54. So definitely super thankful for the opportunities I had there. You know, I was just happy to have my trades go through in a pattern I wanted, and you know, despite missing out on a little bit of profits, I'm beyond thankful for the opportunities and just that I was able to lock in that money. I have been seeing, you know, a lot more wishy-washy trading in the markets and just a lot of unknowns with COVID, people printing money, inflation, everything else. So it's kind of nice in a sense to not have to have that same boomer mentality and just be able to get your money in the market, get your money out of the market, and just kind of, you know, tomorrow's a new day. I got all cash in my account, and if I see some opportunities that I find nice, I can put that money in. And if not, no biggie. I don't have to deal with the market and the way it's going to swing. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something new, or you know, got a better understanding of how my mind works as far as these trades go. If you have any questions, definitely throw them down in the comments. I'll try and respond the best way I can. In other news, I'm thinking of doing a bit more live trading here, actually streaming to you guys a live trading session that I'd be doing with all my investments on the market there. So if you guys are interested in that, throw a comment down below and let me know. You know, I'd probably do it about half hour before the market's open, maybe an hour before, do a little pre-market trading, a little market trading. Give you guys a live chat box beside it, kind of let you guys communicate with me, see what you guys are into. You know, I'll chat with you live as I trade, give you an idea of what I'm thinking, and you know, we'll both try and learn something new, I guess. Both try and make some money, and you know, and make another day a green day. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, as always, let's stay safe and stay sendy. Definitely a weird time in the world as always, but we'll get through it together. I'll check you guys on the next edit. Take it easy, guys.